Today we're playing the Matrix Awakens. This is supposedly not a real game. It's just a little interactive experience, and then it's an open world city that you can explore and do stuff in. I'm not sure what you can do. All I know is that you can drive cars and stuff in it. It's supposedly a huge city, like 30,000 possible cars in it. You can turn on and off different features, and this is testing out the Unreal Engine 5. So this is sort of like the possible future of realistic video game graphics. Basically, this is a tech demo that we're just kind of gonna mess around on.
Do we get to roleplay as Morpheus and get down on our knees in front of Keanu Reeves?
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna do that
then
no
it's a
matter
good
who
game.
I am.
That's a good
But
game.
we'll
then.
see kind of what this is. I should have synced that, so.
Well.
So I'm not sure what this is really, like I said. I think it's just kind of going to be a big interactive experience, and then we'll kind of be free roaming. Probably only like a 2-part Let's Play, I think.
I was actually hoping for a 16-part Let's Play. No more, no less.
I better not get copyright claimed on this Matrix music, or I'm going to be really pissed off.
That would actually be really annoying. Do you think if you disputed it, they'd let it go? Since it's transformative?
I don't know. This is what I see every time I wake up, by the way.
Enter.
All I've seen of this is a little quick interactive cutscene, and Keanu Reeves looking real in this. Like, he looked like a real human being.
That you could, like, touch?
That you could, like, reach out and, like...
Are we gonna
shake
touch
the hand up
Keanu
and,
Reeves?
like, grope and, like, kiss. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves pantsless?
That's not in here, sadly, but I think it should be. This is not footage, by the way, of people.
I'm Thomas Anderson. Like many of you, I work with computers. I like the freedom I feel outside the limitations of the real world. But computers are also mirrors, reflecting back who and what we are and the choices we make, the worlds we build. They also confront us with questions about why we want to choose this over that, why we want to make X instead of Y. Where do ideas of who we are and what we want even come from?
You take the red pill, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This isn't real.
What is real?
How do you define real?
For instance, I'm not even sure why I'm here. I remember waking up and thinking that I'm supposed to come here, that it was important for me to ask people, how do we know what is real? Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves. Over 20 years ago, I first played the character Thomas Anderson in the Matrix trilogy. Those films pioneered digital cinema with shots like bullet time. Back then, we talked a lot about where the digital age might take cinema and narrative. In an industry where actors have tried to remain perpetually young, we wondered about digital faces that could become immortal.
Hi, I'm Carrie-Anne Moss, and I played Trinity in the Matrix films. 20 years ago, we asked ourselves how long it would be before faces and bodies could be changed as easily as we change clothes.
We wondered, what would identity mean in a completely digital world?
And what would reality mean when a world we can build feels as real as our own?
That's why they chose the Matrix for this.
Yeah.
Whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, this is what they wanted. They said they were fine with your theoretical mumbo-jumbo, but they needed some sexy action.
Who said?
The marketing people.
Marketing? I thought we were supposed to have total creative control.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Wow, that is incredible. It looks exactly like real life, almost. Like, there's, like, a little bit of places where you can kind of see the uncanny valley going on, but...
They say.
I sometimes miss this version of us.
Me too.
The hell are you doing back there?
Sorry, I was told this is a sim preparing me to fight the system.
Right on. You know about this?
Yeah. It's all supposed to be a little unreal.
That's funny.
That is funny, actually.
Agents are bad, but whatever you do, stay the hell away from marketing. See you soon.
It's incredible that they made him look like he did when he was younger.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes you wonder what they'll be able to do in the future, you know, with like actual digital characters and stuff.
And with movies.
Well, yeah, do you think that, I mean, there was a movie coming out, I don't remember who it was, but there was a movie coming out that was starring a actor who passed away and they digitally recreated him.
Yeah.
Like recently.
Weren't they going to do that with Paul Walker too at some point?
They were thinking about it.
Oh, are you actually shooting that?
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
It's really just like a little interactive cutscene.
Yeah, but it looks cool. Does it feel good?
Oh yeah, it's cool, but like I'm just auto-locking on the tires here to take out the agent. Uh-oh.
Well, could you imagine like an entire game like this? Honestly, I want an entire Matrix game that looks like this. Please make it right now.
Oh no.
But even if we don't ever get that, just like using this engine for a game sounds awesome. Because like, you know, one thing that really irks me in games in like 2021 that I feel like is extremely unacceptable still is like clipping textures and clipping hair and like hair strands that just like are glitching out. And that happens in games that are like brand new. So, I feel like using this engine now, it is extremely unacceptable for like any new games using an engine like this to ever have that again.
The thing I will say though is that my concern is that this kind of stuff will eventually hurt indie developers who can't afford like this level of budget and stuff. Like that's not any AAA developer's fault, but
no,
that's already a thing where there's plenty of like people who are pretty much like the gaming version of frat boys who are unwilling to try anything from a small company or a few select developers. It has to be a huge company or it's gonna, you know, not
Which
be
is
interested
sad.
in them. And I've always found that stupid.
Which I feel like you should be willing to give a pass to a couple things for indie developers who can't like afford like extreme tech, because if you give them a chance, eventually they might actually be able to afford extreme tech, you know?
Right, yeah, as they start to get more successful, yeah.
There's a lot of indie games that are incredibly awesome too that like changed gaming.
Well, even small things like Stardew Valley that are now a huge hit, no one expected them to be.
Yeah. And like Stardew Valley's graphics are nothing like this. They're 2D.
Right. I mean, Stardew Valley's graphics are pretty much nothing compared to 3D, but that doesn't make it a bad game at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, you can see a little bit of the lag here, and that's something that I did hear was that they focus on graphics for this to show, like, capabilities, but obviously the PS5, as powerful as it is only capable of so much, and things will keep getting more and more powerful over time.
So pretty much they're saying that this engine right now is like kind of too powerful for the current like PS5 stuff.
The way that they did it here, I believe it is.
Yeah.
But that's something that we can mess around with in a little bit, is toning down what is in the world and what isn't, and I heard that affects performance. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to kind of be messing with that.
I mean, eventually these systems will get so good that you'll get to have all of the graphics and all of the performance too.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, PC already has a lot of that stuff, depending on how much you want to pour in. It just really depends on that. Mm-hmm. The issue is if good gaming, there hits a point where, like, right now with cryptocurrency mining and stuff on graphics cards and stuff, like, really high-end gaming has become something for rich people, which is too bad, because, you know, you'll have graphics cards that are, you know, $1,500 or more because they're getting scalped and stuff like that. It usually is sad. Even more than that. I've seen graphics cards going for like $2,000-$3,000 in, you know,
that is ridiculous.
Or more. So, and it's not even from the company; it's from the people scalping it, and then they just control the market.
Scalpers are so annoying.
Yeah. So there's mass II. So I find this really interesting. We can toggle the visualization. So this is kind of what's going on here. World partition, automatic open world streaming.
So like you could make all of those cars go away?
Kind of.
Toggle day and night? Wow.
Night is amazing looking.
That's beautiful.
I love night. Rule processor, rule-based object placement. What's interesting to me is this isn't even on PC, at least yet, and I don't know why, because yes, it's more impressive to see what... Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
It's more impressive to see it on a console where it's, you know, more limited, but you would think they'd put something like this on PC. Maybe they just don't want people modding it and making an insane game.
Probably, or they just, like, haven't gotten that far yet. Like, they just kind of made it primarily for this. I mean, like, it must have taken them thousands of hours to make something like this, let alone, like, porting it to PC.
Okay,
you know?
Can I tell you what my problem is with this kind of stuff? And this has nothing to do with them. It's that a lot of these games, it seems like they want to go in the direction of you have a console, but you are streaming part of the game while having part of it on your machine, and I want the machines to be capable of doing all of it.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't want to buy a machine if I have to stream from the internet to get the most out of my game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking, oh wow, what's this? Fly. Walk. I'm not talking...
Let's go up to some of the NPCs and see what they look like, and see if they put as much effort into them as they did the main characters.
If I can catch up with them.
They're very fast. Yeah, he looks real.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you know, and with that, I guess I should clarify, I'm not talking about something like, I don't know, where you have a multiplayer game, and I'm expecting it to be the exact same experience offline, because it's not going to be, because you don't have those players.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, I would like games to generally work the same online and offline and not feel like a nerfed experience.
Like single-player games?
Yeah, single player. Can I, like, hit somebody, technically?
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame that the world's kind of going more towards that streaming thing, simply because, like, eventually, like, let's say this was, like, a really big, awesome game that we both fell in love with, that was, like, completely finished. But it relied mostly on having to stream part of it because of the software and such. Like, in 10 years when, like, the PlayStation servers for PS5 shut down because they've moved on to, like, PS, like, friggin' 69 or whatever.
Right.
Then you wouldn't be able to get the same game anymore, and it would be a big shame because it's, like, it laughs in the face of game preservation. And still buying things physically, which is a big deal.
Yeah, I certainly think it is. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's just put me back here.
I think you can only go so high, probably.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you can actually do. I heard most of it's just walking around and driving.
You mean you're playing GTA 6?
Right, but I had thought that you could... Well, I guess I didn't think you could. I wondered if you could shoot or something like that. But... I'm not sure. I know it's mainly to show off this whole, system.
Well, it's really cool. I don't know, I think it looks really real and awesome, and, like, if they're able to eventually fix the lag stuff, that would be... Ooh, sorry, I had to burp. That would be incredible. You know, like, can you imagine, like, a big game like this? It would look absolutely insane. You know, it would be incredible. There's so much they could do with this too, and so many more capabilities they'd be able to put into the game. Like, you know, with an engine like this.
Well, look at that too. The turning off the Matrix filter.
That's really cool.
Changes it too.
But I was gonna say, with a game with capabilities like this, you know, you could probably make a Superman game and fix a lot of those problems that you talked about in your Why It's So Hard to Make Superman Games video, where you said, like, it's really hard to have a map big enough to make it feel like he's flying fast and stuff like that. That would be able to be fixed with, like, an engine like this, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot you could do, sorry, with something like this. I was trying to see, what are those dots? Like...
I think those are destinations, or at least they were supposed to be. I don't know.
I was trying to look at how to, oh, whoops.
Ooh, you went to the main menu.
I'm gonna go back in. I was trying to look at how to change to nighttime.
Oh, well, there was a settings button when you pressed Explore City.
But there should be a settings in the city, too.
I think so. You just kind of have to mess with it a bit. I don't think it's,
Obviously, it's not a full game.
Yeah,
so.
It's not super finished.
But this is just going to kind of be us messing around for a couple parts in the city, if that sounds good to you.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 2 parts-ish.
So it's kind of interesting that they kind of said that this girl was going to be taking on, like, the Matrix.
Well, yeah, it was a combat simulation for her. But they all go through stuff like that.
No, I know, but it was just interesting that they, like, took the time to create a brand new character for us to play with in here, you know?
Yeah, a nameless character who we'll probably never get to know, but it's at least interesting.
No, I know.
Do you see how you
cool.
can mess with the sun and stuff?
Yeah, that's awesome. Personally, I want to call her Morphina.
I think that's somehow racist.
Why? Because she's like Morpheus. I assume they're related. They look similar.
Because they're both black?
No! Not because they're both black.
Okay.
They just look similar. I mean, like, you and your mom both look similar, and it's not just because you're white.
Isn't it because we're both white?
No.
How do you turn it to,
Nighttime? Try using the sun rotation to make it nighttime.
The sun rotation just... Would that do it?
Yeah, I mean, the sun goes all the way around the world.
Right, but I think the sun rotation is just like where it is right now, but it's still day.
Oh.
You know, it should be in here. Especially with them talking about it.
Well, let's keep going through the different settings and figure it out. I don't think it's in this one.
No, I turned these down. Well, actually, I'm going to put them at 75%. Whoops. Sorry, it's a little finicky,
That's okay.
this UI. Crowd and traffic. So this just shows you, like, the boxes to show how the boxes are moving instead of rendering the actual things.
That's interesting.
Matrix filter and anti-view primitives, instances, clusters. This is the kind of stuff developers have to work with, by the way, that a lot of people don't know about. There's a lot of it's geometry and math and...
It seems extremely hard.
Yeah.
It's something that you gotta have a lot of education for, that's for sure.
I would like to look on the main menu and see if that's in those settings. Because that's odd. But then we will walk around the city. Sorry, I'm not trying to make it unfun.
Well, that's okay. I understand. You're nitpicky, that's all.
I can't... Oh, no. So, Jill, it just goes down to...
Well, here, let me mess with the settings in the game and see if I can figure it out.
And you can walk around and stuff, too, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around!
You actually recently watched these movies with me.
I did, and I loved every single second of them. To be honest, bold statement from Jillian, I know, but they might be one of my favorite movies of all time, like series terms.
Oh, I think it is my favorite. Probably my favorite trilogy is the Matrix trilogy. But I'm not sure. I was actually looking this up. Matrix Awakens turn to night time. How to enable nighttime mode view in the Matrix Awakens. Lighting in day and night is done with lumen. What this means is that we're... Okay, seeing everything from light sources.
Oh my.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Exposure compensation and stuff, it's weird. I wouldn't mess too much with the aperture and...
Well, I guess maybe it would be in sun rotation. Let's just try it again. No, let's just keep going. Oh, like that little statue area?
Yeah, so maybe the minimap's a little off.
It seems like it must be, because I don't see any statue around here, do you?
No, I saw one where you spawn, though. It's like over there. I just kind of wish that they would make something out of this. Can you imagine a real Matrix game in this? Not just like a little simulator, like run around and look at stuff, but a real game.
Gosh, do you know how badly I wish they'd do that? That would be so incredible. Icons on the map lead you to plaques like this one. On these plaques you can find facts about the city and the technology used to create it. So that's a plaque, but there should be another plaque around here somewhere. So let's keep an eye out for those... that little
Plaques?
statue, thing.
Yeah, because when I was looking online, it was just saying that you had to go to those types of things and that you can do different lighting on them. Like, you'll click on them and that will change night lighting and other stuff.
Well, maybe that circle on the map was just for that plaque
original
that
one.
I just read.
Well, then you might as well
So-
jump in a car and we could just go somewhere.
That's true. Can I pull people out of cars?
I don't know if you pull them out. I think you can just get... Oh, no, it has to be a parked car, I guess.
I guess so. I think it'd be funny if you could just GTA it.
It is too bad that there aren't... What?
I was gonna say, it's really interesting that it's like they actually programmed in like real looking people with like different body types and not just the same skin everywhere, because that always bothers me in games.
I'm kind of upset because in games I want only sexy women between the age of 20 and 45.
Oh, excuse me.
And I want them all to be hot. And if that's not what I get... Oh, so if you go ahead a ways and then to the left... But anyways, if that's not what I get, I'm angry and I don't like the game.
That makes sense. Because you are a toxic male.
No, it's because I believe in female superiority.
Okay, we're not
And
quite
so
there yet.
when there's not a female in the game that represents strong, independent women, I get really angry.
Ooh, Jillian should not be driving.
I did hear that the car physics were really neat.
They are very neat.
But yeah, I mean, racing games in this engine, if it could handle it. If you had GTA, imagine GTA set in this engine.
This would be incredible as a GTA. I mean, like, it already has, like, extreme GTA vibes.
Or a Matrix world. I always thought it would be amazing for there to be an
Exit vehicle.
open world Matrix game. And I'm talking in that huge city.
I thought I could climb over that like we were playing Shadow of Mordor.
Well, you should be able to, but we can't. But, you know, like, I'm talking, like, open world, full city. You can go around, fight the agents, go on missions. Like, I'm talking GTA, but in the Matrix.
That, honestly, would be so incredible. It's a little hard to read and understand the map.
So it's forward and to the... Oh. I guess it's not?
Okay, it's
You're
this
facing
way.
it. You should be near a plaque. A lot of times in real life, plaques are near park benches and stuff, so maybe it's over there somewhere.
It's gotta be around this place somewhere. I'm, like, right on top of it. But to be fair, like, the circle on the map for the other place was really off.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I hope when they, like, actually use this engine to make a real game, the map is not shitty.
Well, I'm sure that it won't be, because this was literally just a tech demo, and that will be a game development studio making something real.
No, that makes sense. I do really, really like this, though. It's really cool, and I wish I could find that plaque.
It makes me wonder if there's anything hidden in this game, because I heard it's huge.
I bet there probably is.
But, I don't know. I'm so excited to see this movie.
Me too. I cannot wait.
Because there's going to be a new Matrix, there's going to be a new Matrix movie, Resurrections, coming out soon.
Uh-huh.
And Jill and I are both so into it.
I really can't wait, because, like, they kind of said that it was, like, Keanu's character had sort of forgotten everything, and I'm wondering if he's still the one, you know, or if, like, I guess I kind of wonder, like, what happened, because we were all under the impression that he took down the Matrix and saved everything, you know, and fixed it all. So, like, what went wrong? Did he accidentally make a mistake like all the other ones before him? And why is he still in the same body?
Yeah, that is interesting. Well, I've also been reading possible theories that he is... Like, that because the one was bred by the machines, that he was part program and part human. Kind of like a merging of both worlds.
What about Trinity, then?
I don't know about Trinity, I'm just talking about Neo.
Yeah.
But it's possible that's not true and that he was just a human that was given more control over the Matrix as well. I don't really know. But, I don't know. Also, it seems like that there's a lot of... It seems like there's a lot of different misunderstandings of what this is, this tech demo.
Oh, what are people misunderstanding?
Well, it seems like there are a lot of people who think that this is still going to be a full real game.
Oh. No, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's just... Not only is it probably a promotion for the movie, but it's also a demo to show what they can do. I can't find this plaque. Do you want to look for it?
Can we go to a different one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you want to look on my phone and see if you can figure anything out about where these things would be or anything like that while I grab a car? Oh, I tried to run like Shadow of Mordor too, which we've been playing a lot of.
Turns out escaping the Matrix is pretty easy. Do you want to try driving out of bounds?
We can, but I'd really like to find the thing and change it tonight. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can drive out of bounds. I mean, I'll try it. It should be right over here.
I want to see it.
Yeah, because it looks to me like that's the end of the world. Also, that's like very obviously not inbound, so let's just do...
You killed that man.
He's fine. Alright.
I wish some of the fences would break.
Yeah, I mean, very clearly this is just designed around showing graphics.
No, I get it. I mean, I'm not trying to be nitpicky here. I just think
No, trust me, I also wish that this was just, like, more of a game.
I do think that this has such incredible potential, though, and it's really exciting and really, really, really impressive. Maybe you should try a different part of the map. But,
I can do that, but I was just gonna try and see if my crash could, like, throw me over the side.
I think you might have to be farther away for that. I was gonna say that I think, like, an entire game like this would, be worth making. You know, like, them finishing this. Like, they've already got the bones for it. They could finish it.
Imagine a Matrix game where you create your own character, and then you... Yeah, no, it
Are
just
mentored
stops.
by Keanu Reeves and become the next one.
Not the next one. I don't care about that. I just want to be some guy in the Matrix that can do really cool stuff and
Have a story.
yeah, like a create a character type thing, have a story, have missions you go on. They had that already. The Matrix Online was sort of that, but it was a big MMO when it came out, and I kind of wish they'd do something like that in this engine for that series.
Does that still exist at all?
No, but I think... Oh, geez, look at that!
Oh my.
No, but there is a like fan recreation of it. I believe they were trying to recreate it, like that game that you talked about. Mm-hmm. What was that game? It was like a
Free
Sonyverse.
Realms? Yeah, Free Realms.
Free Realms, not Sonyverse.
You know, now that I think about it, ever since you've been telling me more about, like, that thing that happened with Sony a while back and why they didn't, like, make another Spider-Man
You mean the
4?
hack and everything?
Yeah, like with the hack and stuff. I think that's probably why they shut down Free Realms, because it was around that time, and they probably just didn't have the server space for it anymore because it cost too much money. Because they did say, I think around that time, that they were, like, going bankrupt and they couldn't keep the game up.
I don't think Sony ever was... Well, I mean, I believe you, but I don't think Sony was ever going bankrupt. I just think they were in financial trouble.
I think their explanation when they shut down the game, though, was like, we can't afford to do this anymore, so we're getting rid of it, sort of thing. And then they just shut it down and never looked back, which was a shame, because it was a game that I had a whole lot of fun on when I was a kid, and I wish it would come back.
Is that that Chug Jug reference? Is that to Fortnite?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's the sucky thing about all those MMOs is other than some Let's Plays online and your memories, once they die, they die.
And you can't get them back, and that's what makes me sad. It's like, why even bother playing an MMO anymore when I could play and have new memories, you know, with you on, like, a game kind of like this that I own, and it never shuts down for me because I can play it whenever I want because I've got it on a disc. Right,
that's kind of the issue with it. I mean, I would like to eventually play through a couple MMOs with you just for the Let's Play channel. Mm-hmm. But, like, I thought it'd be fun to play through RuneScape with you.
That would be fun.
And some stuff like that, but I do think that that's kind of just a problem with the direction gaming is going. And by the way, I have been looking for these plaques. I really do want to find this and do a little bit of nighttime before we're done. Because I thought it looked incredible.
Well, apparently we're just both stupid and blind.
Well, what I don't understand is that I go to these little circles, right?
Yeah, and then it's, like, nowhere in sight.
And it's nowhere in sight. And so I would expect it to be somewhere like...
Around the circle?
Yeah, and in here?
It doesn't seem like it is, though.
Because I'm almost at the circle. And there's no way to zoom in or out.
No, keep going through there, because there's, like, a little alleyway through there.
Can do that. I also did see that somebody found little Easter eggs, like there was a TV in one of these buildings playing footage of the first Matrix.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's little stuff like that in the game, but there's not really anything substantial that anyone's found. But this city is supposedly huge.
Can anyone, like, did anyone find out if you can go in any of the buildings at all?
I didn't see anything about that. But I really do think that that's why this isn't on PC, actually. I don't even think it's just that they didn't get to it yet. I really do believe that they don't want to give basically access to the Unreal Engine out to PC players who are probably going to be able to just reverse engineer it and create something on it.
Yeah.
Because they could probably mod this game and make it into like a semi-GTA type game.
That's true.
And I doubt that they want that to happen, because that would... I don't know, that would... While it would be cool, it would just be limiting potential of what some company could make and make you pay money for.
True.
I think that's really what it comes down to, sadly.
And they didn't want to give out the engine for free. There's a plaque right there.
Okay, so I'm an idiot.
The top speed of the sports car is 144 miles per hour. Or is it?
Well, where's the one that does day-night?
Well, it might not be that one.
Do you want to look it up and see if I'm just an idiot and I missed it?
I don't think you missed it. I just think we haven't discovered it yet.
Well, I want you to look too.
Okay.
Because I will keep driving around then. I'll go to...
Let's see.
the next one. There's one that's kind of marked, I think.
Matrix Awakens, day and night. Black.
I just hit a police car and they didn't care.
Oh my. They should be chasing you. You should have 5 stars right now.
I'm wondering if it's one of the yellow ones.